Hello everyone, so today I am going to do a video, basically if I was the CEO of ALTON TOWERS / Merlin Entertainments, what I would actually do in ALTON TOWERS for the flat rides. What sort of themes would go there, how would you link it into the area a bit better than what they have been doing recently. But before we get into all of that, just want to talk about something that sort of regards sea life again. So it does link up to the video that I literally just filmed, so I will put a card up here if you'd like to know more about the sea life and, you know, what Merlin will be doing with the sea life, so if they're going to sell them or not. So just click up there to see that one. So today ALTON TOWERS has actually opened. Only the smaller rides and Spinball Whizzer, which usually runs in the Christmas period, so that's all okay to run. They can run that. At the more winter, colder times, I don't know why they don't run the big ones. I mean, look at Fantasyland when Taron goes around and all the snow comes off. That looks amazing. But still, we're not on about that today. So they've actually opened their Pirate Takeover. But if we actually have a look at the queue times right now, if we have a look on the attractions bit, it says Shark Bait Reef is shut. So that does link on to the video. See, I don't know, maybe they're doing work on it, maybe it's just massive coincidence, but I did say what is the future of Shark Bait Reef, and now it's shut. It's me theorising all this, but yeah, is this going to happen? Is it going to leave? Really random that it's not open today. I mean, it might open tomorrow. No, my luck, but conspiracies. As I've just made that little point about sea life again, because there's news every single day, I would just like to show what I've come up with if I made the flat rides in ALTON TOWERS. So I usually think that the flat rides in the areas that they do put in are just not on theme, not on anything. They sort of like ruin the area. And I do really think about Toxicator. There we are, when I get the word. Toxicator doesn't really fit in with Forbidden Valley. I mean, the green is more 13. This is a 13 hoodie, but the green is like 13. Why are we putting green in Forbidden Valley? I mean, it's also like how Galactica, that theme literally makes no sense. They also really need to sort that out, but I've not made anything that resembles that. But obviously we all seen like the ideas that people have had. They look epic. We need to do something with that. There was rumours about it, but I don't really see that happening because it just seems to be saving money, not spending money. So yeah, we have got Intoxicator coming. I will put a video up here. So obviously it's a top spin, raised up on concrete, and it's just like Ripsaw. But it's not, but it is. So basically just think Ripsaw. But if I made Toxicator, I would make it like this. Now, I know this looks literally insane. You don't need to think it. I use this thumbnail editor to edit this, so it's not 100%. But as we can see, we've got the veins from Nemesis, and it's got that red and black feel, the phalanx, and goes along with the story. Got the phalanx at the top of it, so it's almost like, you know, the Nemesis creature is coming up and trying to get the phalanx. That was the sort of storyline I was going with. And the weird, sort of like fire, I mean, it could be fire. Fire would look very cool because obviously it's like a military operation sort of thing. But the fire, I also thought of it as like smoke machine. So smoke machine, and then when it's at night or getting a bit darker, I know that doesn't happen a lot at ALTON TOWERS, they don't open it long enough, but this is all hypothetical. So at night, shine some red lights on it, and then that smoke will look red. So it's basically still looks like fire, but so fire / smoke. And then these little red poles that you can see here, they do look very strange, but if we knew about Ripsaw, we knew that the water would come up and splash you. But obviously if we look to Nemesis used to have the red water, so I thought, why don't we do the fountains but with red water with the smoke? It would look so cool. But it would look so cool if we had that. But yeah, so if we had them, the fountains coming up with the smoke and the veins and the red and black, and like a storyline of something like what I said, like, you know, the nemesis creature fighting the phalanx, going up there trying to kill them, sort of thing. You know, it's not chained down anymore, it's free. And yeah, so obviously in the bad editing style, you cannot see the actual like car or seats, whatever you'd call that. So obviously it'd just be the red and black with the red restraints, like Nemesis. So basically it's like Nemesis the ride, but not. I'm not very good at naming things. Nemesis Revenge, the Revenge of Nemesis, I don't really know. But obviously you couldn't really call it Nemesis. Reborn's Revenge, there we are. The next one that I thought, now there's a hole where Blade was, so that is another flat ride area that they could utilise. So I thought about putting one of these sky swatters in, I think they're called. I know obviously there's one at Blackpool. But obviously this is what I thought of. So obviously again, theme it in with Nemesis. I mean, probably not these two at the same time. That'd get so confusing. But these are just like prototypes that, you know, Merlin, if you really want to employ me, then here are my ideas. As if. But yeah. So obviously you've got the helicopter that is actually from the Nemesis side. Obviously probably wouldn't use that one because that would confuse and be a bit weird. But helicopter on the end. And then you've got the eye in the middle, so that is obviously showing again that the Nemesis creature is attacking it. And then on the actual cars of the planes, you could have like military style planes, jets, and all helicopter noises. I mean, all of these helicopter noises and and shooting sounds in the area. I mean, you could sort of, I don't know if there'd be enough clearance. I'm saying this now, I've not actually thought this through very well. But, so, in the Blade area, where that is, so it just come up and through and round. So, I also thought of maybe there'd be veins coming from the actual Nemesis creature, like, over the walkway. This is where it gets a bit crazy, like, you know, I feel like some more creative thought needs to come into a lot of this. I mean, this, not realistic, I'm aware, but, you know, I can come up with what I want on an editor. I mean, if you're watching this, Merlin, which I know you're not, but still, you know, this is the sort of thing we want. We want proper themes, proper areas, things that link in together. This one is the last one I did come up with. I did think about the Oblivion site, because obviously you had where Submission was. You could put something that is actually themed to Oblivion there. But I couldn't really think of a flat ride that would... Because obviously it's about being in the dark abyss sort of thing. So I did think, oh yeah, Drop Tower. Obviously, like, it could come out the ground a bit. You know, it could go up and then come down. But obviously the tree height... I mean, you could possibly have a drop tower that is the same height as Oblivion that just goes down. But then that could be confused massively with Oblivion, because I always think it's a bit like a drop tower. So, you know, that sort of thing, like it drops into a black hole. But I've not done that. I have focused more on the Smiler. It's not really the Smiler area. I guess it is more like the Oblivion break run area, but, you know... It's where Enterprise used to be, so I've actually come up with this here. It looks insane, I'm very much aware, but I really love the Zamperla nebulas. They look really cool how they're going to hit each other and they go round. So in the middle of that, obviously you can see the optical illusion, which really goes with the theme of the Smiler, and obviously it'd be black and yellow to fit it. And then I would call this ride the Ministry of Joy, to really go on with the storyline of the Smiler that is sort of like, you don't walk around the Smiler and think of that. You just think, oh wow, you know, this ride is very sort of crazy looking. No one really thinks about the actual backstory of it all. Just a happy ride, I guess, that's a bit crazy. But this one here would really expand on the ride, and obviously I've edited it into the area where Enterprise used to be. It doesn't look great where it is, but like the actual editing of it. But I just feel like, you know, I've really thought about this one before, like how cool would that be? So I just decided to edit it. it doesn't look realistic, but you get the gist. I mean, the people in it are actually yellow. But yeah. So I just feel like that would be so cool to just put in the area of the Smiler / the old Enterprise site. But I've not thought about the Oblivion one yet. Possibly a drop tower with like the Oblivion logo on it, but that would confuse people. So yeah, that is basically what I would do if I was CEO of Merlin Entertainments. I mean, there is a big list. This is just in the flat ride area. There's a lot more things I would do. Paint it up, you know, make it look better, put some more flowers in, etc. Expand more on the thrill, because all we're getting is family. But yeah, so these are my ideas if I was the CEO of ALTON Towers and Merlin. And obviously at the start we did have the sea life sort of weird coincidence, which I did mention in my other video. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Just a bit of a fun one, to be honest. Just thought about like what we'd like to see, sort of thing, even if it is very unrealistic and probably never going to happen. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye.